have it, the amendment is not agreed to. Is there further discussion or amendments?
Yeah, Madam Chair, I have an amendment to the rule. I move the rule also provide that immediately upon adoption of the resolution, the House shall consider H.R. 4405, the bipartisan Epstein Files Transparency Act introduced by Representative Khanna and Massey under a closed rule with 1 hour of debate. Despite Republicans' best efforts, this issue isn't going away, and I commend the Oversight Committee for getting us files from the estate, and they can keep doing that if we pass this bill. But they are not getting anything significant from the administration because the administration is withholding the files. I can see why the administration might want to hide them. If the creepy birthday note from Trump to Epstein is any indication of what might be in those files. But if the administration won't follow through on their promises, Congress should force them to. This bipartisan bill does exactly that while protecting the victims and the survivors. And I hope that Republicans will see the light and sign Mr. Massey's discharge petition. But we don't have to wait for that to happen. We can bring this bill to the floor tomorrow, and I urge a yes vote on my motion, and I yield back.
Is there further discussion
Yes.
on the amendment? Ms.
Yes,
Scanlon?
I support Mr. McGovern's amendment. I think that as we see more and more information come out regarding what's in the Epstein files, what the White House is trying to hide, it is really important that we get to the bottom of it. This resolution would help do that. It would get us past the ridiculous stonewalling we're seeing from the White House, including denying that the president sent something that he clearly did. So I support this amendment, and I urge everyone to vote yes.
Further discussion on the amendment?
Madam Chair,
Ms. Leisure-Fernandez.
you know, it's incredibly shameful that we are here again pleading with the Republicans on this committee to allow a vote on the Massey-Khanna bill to release the Epstein files. Trump is protecting the criminal activity of pedophiles and the people who participated in these heinous acts. The administration is protecting the rich and powerful monsters that were part of the Epstein sex circle. The American people wants to know what's in those files. And it's not a surprise to me that Trump is asking Republicans to ignore their own moral conscience and ignore the Massey-Khanna bill. Let's go over just what has come out recently regarding Trump's attack on women. You know, I'm going to just highlight a few because if I highlight everything, we'd never get to the rest of our work here. But, you know, just yesterday, a federal appeals court upheld an $83.3 million jury award against President Trump for defaming the writer Jean Carroll after he was found liable for sexually abusing her. Then a disgusting, degrading birthday card that Trump sent to Epstein, calling him a pal and stating that they share a wonderful secret, was finally brought to light. Madam Chair, I ask unanimous consent to enter Trump's birthday card to Jeffrey Epstein from the Epstein estates into the record.
Without objection.
When you see this card, it's anything but repulsive. And this is the kind of stuff they've been trying to hide. He keeps lying. He said this card didn't exist. This is a disgusting piece. We are subject to it because it's our job to make sure we bring this stuff to light. And if that's not enough, yesterday Trump basically implied that domestic violence is not a crime. Quote, if a man has a little fight with the wife, they say this was a crime, Trump said on Monday. And we know in a book the reports of him sexually forcing himself on his wife and pulling her hair out. At the same time, the Trump administration has cut more than $800 million in grants that support victims of violent crimes, including domestic violence. This is an administration that has a track record of failing to protect women from sexual assault. So yes, we need a vote on this bill to know what's happening, because as his own behavior demonstrates, women are not safe in Trump's America. I sat at a meeting with the Democratic Caucus and the survivors last week. And they told us that Epstein told them, don't think you have any power, can say anything that's happening here, because I have the banks and I have government. This committee needs to say, you do not have government. Government will stand on the side of the women who were sexually abused, on the side of their children. And so, once again, we implore this committee to pass this amendment and allow a vote on the Massey Kana bill. With that, I yield back.
Thank you, Ms. Leisure Fernandez. Is there further discussion on the amendment? Mr. Norman, you recognize.
Let me say, I find it interesting the left is bringing this up when under the 4 years under the Biden administration, not a peep on anything. When Mr. McGovern had the chair of the Rules Committee, not one thing about the Epstein. This thing's been going on with Epstein for 30 years. What about the children who were maimed and raped, the 300,000 that are lost during an open Biden administration borders? What about that? What about the fentanyl deaths that were coming across the border? Now, it goes on deaf ears now to bring up these things that when y'all had the power, not only did you not bring it up, wasn't even a mention of it to even discuss. I yield back.
Anyone else? Mr. McGovern.
Yeah, so I get the opposition saying that they're going to use whataboutism to get out of taking responsibility on this. Again, it's pretty clear. You either want to have a vote on this or you don't. And again, I would urge a yes vote, and I yield back.
Thank you, Mr. McGovern. Does anyone else wish to speak on the amendment? Hearing no further comments, the question is on the amendment. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. No. In the opinion of the chair, the noes have it. Mr. McGovern requests a roll call. The clerk will call the roll.
Mrs. Fishbach? No. Mrs. Fishbach, no. Mr. Norman? No. Mr. Norman, no. Mr. Roy? No. Mr. Roy, no. Mrs. Houch? Mr. Langworthy? No. Mr. Langworthy, no. Mr. Scott? No. Mr. Scott, no. Mr. Griffith? No. Mr. Griffith, no. Mr. Jack? No. Mr. Jack, no. Mr. McGovern?
Aye.
Mr. McGovern, aye. Ms. Scanlon? Ms. Scanlon, aye. Mr. Neguse? Mr. Neguse, aye. Ms. Leisure Fernandez? Ms. Leisure Fernandez, aye. Madam Chair?
No.
Madam Chair, no.
The clerk will report the total.
4 yeas, 8 nays.
The noes have it. The